Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're gonna go over updated picks and predictions for UFC St. Louis. It's gonna be a fun fight night card, man. We got Derrick Lewis taking on Rodrigo Nascimento, a fight between a striker and a grappler. We got in the co-main event, we got two strikers. One guy known for grappling, but his striking has been looking pretty clean out there. We're talking about Ruziboev, Nursulton Ruziboev. Obviously, his hands been looking pretty good in the UFC lately, coming out two back-to-back knockouts in the first round. And he's taking on the up and coming Joaquin Buckley, who's making his waves in the welterweight right now. This is gonna be Nursulton's debut at 170. Let's see how that weight cut goes for Nursulton. And pretty decent card, man. The undercard's not that horrible in my opinion, but yeah, let's get into it, guys. Before we get into it, I want to apologize for my I'm not really feeling the best right now. I've been dealing with some dry cough the last couple of days, so I haven't been able to go live the last 2 days. I was supposed to go live, do a live preview for this card. Haven't really been able to do that because the cough's been it's been bothering me pretty bad. So hopefully I feel better soon, so we can start getting back to the daily live streams. I miss those daily live streams a lot. But let's get into it now, guys. Before we get into it, let's do a quick recap for UFC 301. And we're gonna start doing this in every breakdown now. So UFC 301 was pretty good for us, man. Went 10-3 on picks. We got the first fight wrong, Borshchev by decision. I did not bet on him. I was thinking about it, but I'm glad I stayed away. It's tough betting against Brazilians in Brazil. It's not easy. And Costa looked great out there, man. Costa looked pretty good out there. Good in Costa getting the job done. Bonfim, I said Bonfim was gonna go out there, win by decision. I was hoping they would go out to get the knockout, but Pichel was really tough, man. Pichel was not easy guy to knock out and get out of there. Bonfim, I mean, won every round out there. Good for Bonfim. Barboza, I was hoping Barboza would go out to get the first round submission. He almost had that. He had that rear naked choke locked in the first round, just couldn't get it off. And Ernesto was so tough. Had a lock of the week of Mauricio Huffy by KO TKO. Got the job done in the first round, like we said he would. Close, good win out there. Won the first 2 rounds. Won by decision. I wasn't confident that he was gonna go out to get a finish. That's why we only had him in a parlay, but his money in a parlay. And I told you guys not to mess with the props because close, you never know. He's mostly known for winning decisions out there, and Joaquin was pretty tough. Uruguay went out there, got the job done by decision, like we predicted. I didn't think he was gonna go out to get a finish. I mean, he looked really good out there. Dropped Brenner a couple of times. Dropped him once. I mean, hurt him a couple of times on the feet. His striking is actually really clean. I'm glad I stayed away from Robai though, because his cardio was looking iffy later in the fight, but he got a second win. But I did not bet on Robai. I stayed away from that fight. I know a lot of people had money in always Brenner, but Brenner is just Robai's his grappling is really solid. Lucinda went out there, won by decision. I mean, absolutely dominated on the feet, took her down a couple of times. Just couldn't really get the submission off. I sprinkled the submission for Lucinda at plus 400, like you see there, $25 on that. But I mean, if you guys had her in a parlay, like that was a pretty solid parlay piece, even at minus 370, minus 400. And we picked Brito. He was my first money in play on this card. I played him. I would doubled up on Brito because I was so confident Brito to get the job done. We also put him in a parlay with the lock of the week, Mauricio Huffy. Yeah, Brito was my most confident pick last week, other than our lock of the week, Mauricio Huffy. And they went out there, made it look easy. Brito got the second on TKO due to Dr. Stoppes. He absolutely brutalized Shore's leg. So good in Brito getting the job done. Michel Pereira went out there, got the first round submission, club and sub. We called the first round finish there, plus 120. I told you, I gave you guys that best bet there. Petrino, just, I mean, he ran into a tough veteran in Anthony Smith. Shot a takedown on Anthony Smith. I don't know why he would do that, but he's only 26 years old, so you're gonna make some mistakes early in your career. I think he will learn from that. Lucky for us, we didn't have too much exposure on Petrino. I was kind of pissed off that we lost on the long shot parlay there. We had Brito to win in round 1, round 2 at plus 150. That was a good number. I should have just played that straight up, to be honest, than putting in a long shot parlay. But we had that in a long shot parlay. We had Pereira to win in round 1, round 2, minus 200. Berhalio money line, Bonfim money line, and we had Petrino to win by KO or decision. Yeah, but Petrino, I mean, it is what it is. I only had $25 on that to win like $150 or something like that. So If Fortuna had won, we would have made like we would have cast a long shot parlay. But it is what it is. I mean, we hit everything else. We made almost 70% ROI on the card. We didn't have a lot of units on this card. I mean, 5.75 units, pretty solid. I mean, that's a solid. You don't want to have too much exposure on a big parlays. I mean, all the favors, most of the favors came through on this card, so the parlays were looking pretty solid for this card. Like if you guys did long shot parlays, you would have made a ton of money out there. Yeah, sorry guys, my fucking voice is like messed up right now. I've been dealing with some cough lately, dry cough, so hopefully I feel better soon. Yeah, we had Brito Rafina parlay obviously for plus 144, halving it there. We had close in per in a parlay at minus 108. We had these were two main parlays. Then we had Ruffy to win by KO TKO, halving it there, minus 110. That was a lock the week, Ruffy by TKO. He went out there, absolutely just steamrolled Malarkey. Malarkey's, it's not even that Malarkey, like, even if Malarkey had a chin, I think Ruffy would have still knocked him out. It wouldn't have mattered, because Ruffy's striking is legit. He's a very, very good technical striker. And, I mean, pretty good card, yesterday one. I mean, pretty good picks, pretty good bets and everything, so if you guys want to see the bets that we're placing, make sure you guys join the membership. It's actually cheaper than a Starbucks coffee for a month, or $99 a month, and it's not like a Patreon or anything. It's just become a member. If you guys want to get a gifted membership, or if you guys have your gifted memberships turned on in the live streams, someone will gift a membership. You might be lucky enough to get it. So we've been doing pretty solid this year, man. This year for 2024, ROI is at 12% right now, so I'm pretty happy with how things are going on the channel. I also give you guys bets for LFA. I'll give you guys bets for Octagon, and I cover a lot of promotions out there, man. So there's a lot of content on the channel, and I go live for like UFC. I go live for LFA. I go live for like other promotions too. So make sure you guys sub to the channel. And now let's get into UFC St. Louis. Pretty decent card, man. I did a breakdown earlier. I missed one fight on this card, which is Diego Ferreira versus Mateusz Rębecki. Let's start with the first fight on the card. Derrick Lewis versus Rodrigo Nascimento. I am gonna pick Derrick Lewis here, but I don't know if I can trust him, to be honest with you guys. Derrick Lewis is not really a guy you can trust to go out there fight a smart game plan. But what you can trust in Derrick Lewis is that he's got big power, fight-ending power. He can knock anyone out at any weight class, any given day. Dude's got most knockouts in UFC history for a good reason. I'm gonna pick Derrick Lewis by KO TKO. He's a favorite. I mean, he hasn't won as a favorite in a long time. So can Rodrigo go out there and outpoint him? I mean, it's gonna be a 5-round fight, maybe, but I don't see that happening. I think Derrick Lewis is gonna go out there, get the knockout, probably in the first 2 rounds. Yeah, we're gonna go with Derrick Lewis by knockout in the first 2 rounds. I don't know if I'll put money on him, to be honest. I don't really trust Derrick Lewis for parlays. If he gets taken on, he might just give up a submission. You never know, because I do think Nascimento's jiu-jitsu is actually better than Almeida. I think Almeida has better takedowns than Nascimento, but Nascimento's he hasn't been able to get a submission. Only submission win in the UFC has been over Don Tomez, who he fought twice. So I don't know, can it happen? I mean, maybe under 1.5 months, 145. I don't really like anything for this fight. I don't know. Derrick Lewis, inside is no action, minus 180. I'm not gonna bet Derrick Lewis. I probably will stay away. KO TKO, it's not even plus money. I mean, we have seen Nascimento get starts by Chris Takas, right? So I think it could happen. I think Derrick Lewis by KO TKO, probably in the first 2 rounds. So it's gonna that's gonna be the pick. Up next we got Joaquin Buckley taking on Nursulton Ruziboev. I've been leaning towards Nursulton Ruziboev, but who knows how he's gonna look cutting that weight to 170. He's pretty big dude for middleweight. I mean, so can he make 170? I mean, he's made 155 in the past, so he could probably make 170. We haven't seen him make 170 in the UFC. He's had 2 fights in UFC and looked pretty good out there. Went out there against Bruno Ferreira and landed a nice counter as Bruno Ferreira, as he was trying to shoot a takedown on Bruno Ferreira, hit him with the right hand over the top and knocked him down and then ground and pounded him. So this guy's got some legit power. He wasn't really known for the power coming into the UFC. He was known for his grappling skills mostly. I don't think he's going to have much success with the grappling here because Joaquin Buckley's takedown defense is solid. I could see him landing a counter shot on Buckley, so I am gonna lean Nursulton Ruziboev as an underdog here, but I haven't placed any bets on it. I don't really know. Like Buckley's been looking pretty good out there. 170, he's been absolutely just steamrolling guys back and forth. Even out there, he's like undefeated at 170 right now. So even at 185, he's looking good out there, man. He was beating up Chris Curtis on the feed before he got countered and got knocked out. So he's actually pretty solid. He's fought a lot better competition than Ruziboev has fought. So this one's iffy, man. This one's iffy fight. I think it goes. I think it could go over 1.5 rounds. What's over 1.5 here? Minus 150 for 1.5. I think it goes over 1.5. I think we're gonna see a finish in probably the later second or third round. I don't have a lot of confidence in the over 1.5 though. Yeah, I wanna bet Ruziboev. If we get him at like plus 150, I'll probably bet on him. Maybe like a half in Ruziboev at plus 150. I wouldn't mind that. Obviously, honestly, I would not mind betting him at plus 150. Plus 136 is getting like it's getting kind of nice. The plus money is getting better and better. So I think Ruziboev can grapple also. Maybe he can have success with the grappling. He's got better submission skills here. And he's going to be way longer, way bigger than Buckley. Buckley's going to have more technical striking. He's going to be the way better striker on the feet. No question about it. But I think Ruziboev can land one of those counters and knock him out. So I'm going to go with Ruziboev by like a second on TKO. He's not really good at winning decisions though. So he hasn't gone to this in a long time. Maybe Ruziboev. I think he's one of the better underdogs on the card. I will say that much right now. We're gonna go with Ruziboev by second on TKO. Up next, we got Alonzo Menifield taking on Carlos Ulberg. Another tough fight, man. I think the odds are kind of disrespecting Alonzo Menifield here. This is gonna be a matchup between two strikers. I mean, Menifield can wrestle, he can grapple. He's shown that he can go out there get a submission. Also, he got a submission in third round against Jimmy Crute, who's known for his grappling and jiu-jitsu. But Jimmy Crute just kind of got muscled to the ground and got subbed. And Jimmy Crute has no striking to speak of. I am going to pick Carlos Ulberg here. I don't know if I feel good about him about putting him in parlays, because Menifield's going to be a tough test for him, I feel like. Ulberg is going to be the much better striker. Way better combinations, way quicker to the punches. Yeah, I'm going to lean Carlos Ulberg by like a TKO, probably like maybe decision. I could see this going to distance because Menifield's really tough. I don't know, man. This is a tough fight. This is a really tough fight to bet on, because if you guys been betting Menifield, if you guys have been fading Menifield, it hasn't really been going well for you guys out there. I can tell you guys that right now. And this is gonna be Carlos Ulberg's first ranked opponent in the UFC. So let's see how this goes for him here. He was supposed to be taking on Dominic Reyes a couple of months back. That fight ended up being cancelled. I'm gonna pick Ulberg here by maybe like a third round TKO or like decision. It could go the distance too. I would not be shocked if this goes the distance, because Menifield's only been knocked out once. That was by Owen St. Preux, who's a pretty tough veteran. What's the line on this one? Ulberg minus 265. I mean, good luck if you guys are parlaying him minus 265. I parlayed him. I think, yeah, he was my lock of the week over Zhang Jung. It was a chalky lock of the week, but I felt like he was going to go out there, get the job done, get a finish. He got the finish in the third round, but I'll tell you guys one thing right now. And the first two rounds were looking kind of scary for Ulberg. He was winning just slightly, but Zhang Jung was landing some nice counters on him too. And it almost looked like Ulberg was kind of slowing down later in the fight. He got a takedown, got the submission in the last like 90 seconds. So He showed that he's got new wrinkles. He's adding more skills to his game. He can go out there get a submission also. I don't see him getting a submission from Menifield. Menifield's very physically strong. I'm gonna pass on this one. Because I have a ton of respect for Menifield. Even though he's not gonna be faster in this fight. I think Ulberg's gonna be much quicker. He's gonna have the speed advantage. Better boxer, better kickboxer, better leg kicks. It's gonna be a tough test. So I'm gonna pass on betting on this fight overall. Pick is gonna be Carlos Ulberg by either a TKO or a decision. Up next, we got Diego Ferreira taking on Mateusz Rębecki. This is a high confidence pick. I mean, I think most people are confident in this pick for a reason. Now, what I will say about Mateusz Rębecki, man, I mean, he doesn't have the best head movement. He's just gonna walk forward and put a ton of pressure on you and walk you back right from the start. And I like that from Mateusz Rębecki. He's like 5'7", really like stocky as well. And he can grapple, he can wrestle, he can strike. I mean, he's got some of the nastiest leg kicks that he showed against Ruziboev. Was it Ruziboev? Yeah, I think Ruziboev. He chopped his legs down and then him with the left hook knocked him out. I mean, that was a nasty. And Ruziboev was big dude for the weight class, and a really good wrestler. Ferreira's a kind of a jiu-jitsu nerd. He's got striking. He was losing to Michael Johnson. I picked Michael Johnson as an underdog there, plus 150 underdog. I had a bet on Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson was clearly winning that fight. He was clearly one step ahead of Diego Ferreira. But Michael Johnson sat way too long in the pocket and got countered with a beautiful overhand right and got absolutely buried 10 feet under. Ferreira's got some power, but I don't see him knocking out Rębecki. I think Rębecki's going to be way better, just the one step ahead the whole time. Rębecki can grapple, he can submit people also. 19-1. This is going to be a tough test for him because Diego Ferreira was in the rankings for a long time. I mean, he's ranked in, I think I've seen him ranked up at like top 7, top 9, number 9. I mean, so he's been ranked. He's fought some ranked opponents. He gave Benito a tough fight. I mean, so this is gonna be Mateusz Rębecki's coming up party. We're gonna see what kind of level Mateusz Rębecki is really on. I think he's a legit dude. I think he's legit as well. I think he's a great parlay piece, great parlay for anchor to your parlays in this fight. And Ferreira's getting up there in age. He's like 39 years old now, I think, or something like that. So I think this would be Mateusz Rębecki all day. I haven't parlayed him yet. I should have parlayed him back when I could have gotten my minus 300. But I was waiting for the props to drop. The props still haven't dropped yet. They're taking a while for the props to drop, so I don't know why they're taking so long. Minus 400. I think that's still a solid parlay piece. I like that as a parlay piece. I'm confident in that minus 400 here. I think it goes under. I think Rębecki's gonna finish him probably by TKO. I'm gonna pick Rębecki by TKO, but he can win distance too. He couldn't finish Nick Fury, to be fair. So Fury's gonna be a tough test, but I think Rębecki will be able to finish him either by submission or by TKO. I think TKO is more likely because Ferreira's got nice jiu-jitsu. He's known for the BJJ. He's got a black belt in BJJ, so I'm gonna go by TKO. Rębecki by TKO second round. Up next, we got Caceres taking on Sean Woodson, and I am picking Sean Woodson here, man. I think he's just gonna be better. He's gonna use the length and reach, and he's got clean boxing. We have seen him get in trouble before. He was losing. I think he was losing that fight to Terrance McKinney, getting taken down by Terrance McKinney on Dana White Contender Series. But still, I mean, showed that he could still get a knockout in the third round. Hit him with the flying knee and knocked out Terrance McKinney with the flying knee. So, dude's dangerous, man. Caceres more of a jiu-jitsu nerd. I know he's got some knockouts now. He knocked out who's that guy that he knocked out? I can't think of his name right now, but the guy that just subbed Ramos. That's also subbed Sean Woodson. His name's not coming to my head right now, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So Caceres is dangerous, man. He knocked him out with a head kick. But I feel like Sean Woodson's going to be just better on the feet here. This is going to be Sean Woodson's opportunity to get into rankings. So it's going to be a tough fight for him, but I feel like Sean Woodson can win this fight. I don't see him finishing Caceres at all. I don't see him finishing him at all. I think this over 2.5 is better. I like the over 2.5 a ton here. I think this goes over 2.5 rounds, and I think it goes the distance. I think Sean Woodson wins this fight by decision. Sean Woodson, I think I don't mind him as a parlay piece. I don't mind him. I don't know if I'll put him in my parlays, but I don't mind him as a parlay piece. I think he's solid. He's only gonna get better and better. But Caceres does have a lot of experience. His record looks iffy on paper, but most of those fights are in the UFC, so he's fought pretty much everyone in the UFC. Over 2.5 rounds, minus 280. I think I liked over 2.5 rounds. I don't see him finishing Caceres. Caceres as a chin on him is really tough, and I think Woodson just gonna outbox him on the feet here. Woodson by decision plus 105. I like the Woodson by decision. I might sprinkle that, but I like him as a parlay piece more, just in case he might land something crazy. But I don't think he's gonna knock out Caceres. I like him as a parlay piece. I think he wins. Up next we got Waldo Cortes-Acosta taking on Robelis of Spain. I've been picking Robelis of Spain. I think he's gonna go out there, get the job done. I think he's gonna go out there, get the knockout in the first round, man. Cortes-Acosta, man, he was scared to exchange with Arndolavsky. He was salsa dancing out there, which is. I had him in a parlay with Sean O'Malley. I had him in a parlay with one more fighter. I can't remember what the other fighter was. I had a 14 parlay, but one of those fights were cancelled. It was like plus 260 or something. Even though he got the job done there, it wasn't really like I was kind of sweating it because it was a close fight, man. He was 1-1 heading into the third round. He had some good moments at the end of the third round, so that won him the fight. But it was not the best luck there, man, for Cortes-Acosta. I think Despaigne is the truth, man. I've been known about this guy back when UFC signed him off Fear UFC. I was live during that Fear UFC card, and I bet him there minus 120. Plus 105 was even plus money, so I bet him 1 unit on plus 105, and then I bet him on minus 120 on Fear UFC. So I knew this guy's good, man. You can just watch his tape and watch his taekwondo fights. He's got so much experience in taekwondo, former Olympian in taekwondo. Yeah, I think this guy's gonna be a problem, man. He went out there, absolutely sparked that Miles Jones guy on Miles Banks guy on Fear UFC. Then he went out there in the first round, sparked Josh Parisian. I said Josh Parisian was gonna go out there and get absolutely butchered, and he absolutely got butchered. This is gonna be a tough fight for him. This is not Josh Parisian or Miles Banks that he's gonna be fighting. Cortes-Acosta showed pretty good durability in the UFC recently, so he's pretty tough, man. He's never been finished yet. He got knocked down by Lima. Knocked him down, then was looking for a submission, couldn't get the submission. He's tough, man. So Cortes-Acosta's really tough, but remember who was that landed like 50 to 100 leg kicks on him? I can't remember his name. Like the name's just escaping me right now. But he can eat leg kicks, man. He's really tough. He's not gonna go out there and quit. So Despaigne gonna really have to put it on him here. He's really gonna have to finish him early. I think Despaigne gonna go out there and finish him early. I like Despaigne here. I think Despaigne gets the job done. He's one of my medium confidence picks here. The reason that I haven't bet him yet is because we haven't seen him past the first round in MMA. What happens if Cortes-Acosta decides that he wants to take this guy down and hold him down, like ground and pound him? We don't know because we haven't seen it yet. But I don't think that's not really his game. I think he goes out there and gets the job done. So Despaigne minus 204 right now. What's the TKO? TKO should be pretty much similar. Yeah, minus 125 TKO. You might as well parlay the money line if you're gonna play the TKO. Under 1.5 rounds, minus 200. I think it goes under 1.5 rounds. To be honest with you guys, I like Despaigne as a parlay piece. I might end up parlaying him, to be honest. I should have parlayed him early. He was minus 160 earlier in the week, like last week. So people have clearly been parlaying him right now, but the only reason that I haven't done it yet is because we haven't seen how he looks off his back. How, like, what if he gets taken on? What if the fight gets extended? Cortes-Acosta has got some power too. He throws big bombs, so he's got UFC experience now. More UFC experience than Despaigne. This is Despaign's second fight in the UFC, so he's only got like I think all his finishes in MMA haven't gone past the first minute. So all combined, that's all combined fights. All 5 combined fights have lasted like a minute, probably less than a minute, probably like 40 seconds. I think it's like less than 36 seconds or something like that. That's absolutely insane. I think Despaigne goes out there, gets the job done, probably in the first round. I'm gonna say first round TKO for Despaigne. I think I like him as a parlay piece more than Ulberg, to be honest with you guys. I think he's a better parlay piece than Ulberg, and his money line's actually better than Ulberg too. Yeah, I think the Spain goes out there, gets a W. And minus 204, honestly not a bad parlay piece. Up next, we got Chase Hooper taking on Viacheslav Borshchev. And I've been picking Viacheslav Borshchev, man. Chase Hooper is kind of a jiu-jitsu nerd. He's going to get better, though. He's only, like, really young. He came into UFC, like, 21 years old, I think, or something like that. So, he's gonna go into that. He's gonna grow into that 155 frame eventually, and he has been looking pretty good out there. Been out there, beat Nick Fear. We picked him as underdog there against Nick Fear, and then he went out there, beat a Monkey King. I did pick Monkey King there. Jordan Levitt. I thought Jordan Levitt could make something happen as a plus 200 underdog, but Jordan Levitt went out there and was grappling with him for some reason. I don't know why he would go out there and grapple with him. He should have just kept it standing. But that's Jordan Levitt. You can't trust some of these dudes out there to fight a smart game plan. I think you can trust Viacheslav Borshchev to not out there and offensively grapple this guy. He's not gonna go out there and grapple Hooper. If he goes out there and grapples Hooper, I think he's never bet. I'm never gonna bet Viacheslav Borshchev again. His takedown defense is really iffy, so that's the only thing I'm worried about with the Borshchev takedown defense. 36% takedown defense is some of the worst takedown defense at 155. I think the only guy that has worse takedown defense than this is probably who is it? I think it's Reese McKee. I think he's got like 18% takedown defense or probably like 25% takedown defense or 23%. So the takedown defense is the only thing I'm worried about here. I don't think Chase Hooper has offensively wrestling skills to really get him down over and over. And Borshchev is pretty safe, not getting subbed, so he does keep his chin tucked. He does fight hands when he gets the back taken. So I think Borshchev goes out there, gets a knockout in the first round. I think he's gonna land some big counters on Chase Hooper. I think he knocks him out probably in the first round. So I'm gonna say Viacheslav Borshchev by first round TKO. What's the line on Borshchev? I think it's probably one of the better money in plays this week. Minus 155 for Borshchev. Slight favorite. I think it makes sense for Borshchev to be a slight favorite. Trains a team up on me also. I think his takedown defense is only going to get better with time, with experience in UFC. Mike Davis was able to get him down over and over. Marta Casey was able to get him down over and over. I think those guys are really physically strong and have nice offensive wrestling. I think Viacheslav Borshchev by KO TKO plus 110. I like the number. I like that plus 110 on Viacheslav Borshchev. I think this fight stays standing. I think Borshchev is gonna knock him out. Way better kickboxer. Hooper has been working on that striking, but it's just not really there fully yet. He's gonna get better though. Up next, we got Terrance McKinney taking on Esteban Ribovics. Now I was picking Esteban Ribovics earlier, but I'm gonna go with Terrance McKinney. I think Terrance McKinney's gonna be way too dangerous for him early. The only thing I'm worried about Terrance McKinney is gassing out. His gassing is always iffy. If it goes past the first round, he's gonna just absolutely just give up. But I think Terrance McKinney's gonna steamroll him early. Esteban Ribovics got taken down, controlled for a majority of that first round against Kemler Kirk, and that's not really the best luck. These guys are out of Argentina, and these guys are out of South America. They don't really have the best grappling skills. I mean, defensive grappling skills. We've seen that with Kevin Borjas. We've seen that with James Lentop, and these guys out of like Argentina, out of South America. Their grappling skills are iffy, so I think McKinney can get him down early, submit him, or he can knock him out early. I'm gonna go McKinney. I think McKinney's gonna get the job done as an underdog. I like McKinney here. I think it's plus 140 right now. But if it goes past the first round, I mean, you might as well just rip your tickets in half, because McKinney's not gonna win this fight past the first round and a half. He's gonna be live in the first 7 minutes. If it goes past the first 7 minutes, he's gonna just fold like he normally does. Hopefully this fight is different for McKinney if he can't get the job done early, because Ribovics really tough. He's really tough, man. He's fought Ruziboev, who hits pretty hard, and Ruziboev just took him down over and over, out-grappled him. So this is not gonna be an easy fight for McKinney, which is why I think he's an underdog, and Ribovics is 12-1 right now. But give me Terrance McKinney. I think it's way too dangerous for him early in the early goings. Terrance McKinney coming in at plus 140. I like Terrance McKinney. I think he goes out there, gets the job done, probably by first round TKO or first round submission. I'm gonna stay first on submission. I think you can get him down early. Use that wrestling. He's got really good wrestling skills. I think you can wrestle him, take his back, and submit him. So that's gonna be my pick. Terrance McKinney plus 140. One of the better underdogs on this card. I would not play the under. I think the only guy that live for under 1.5 rounds is more than likely is Terrance McKinney. If it goes past over 1.5 rounds, I think it's gonna be Ribovics getting the late stop. Is probably in the late second, third round. I'm gonna go Terrance McKinney by first round TKO or submission. Up next, we got Tabatha Ricci taking on Tecia Pennington. Tecia Pennington is married to Nicole Pennington, the champion right now. So she just had a baby, coming back after 2 years off. What I will say is she's been looking pretty good out there before the time off. I think she got robbed in that Mackenzie Dern fight. I think she won the fight clearly. I don't know how they scored that fight for Mackenzie Dern. I don't know how they can score that fight for her. Pennington clearly won the fight. If you go back and rewatch the fight, Pennington clearly won the fight. So this is a 50-50 fight in my opinion. I don't even know who's gonna win this fight. I'm just gonna pick Tabatha Ricci because he wasn't out there. We just had a baby. He hasn't been out for 2 years off. He's not coming back out for a layoff. So Ricci's striking is not really something I like. I'm not really gonna bet her a chalk here. I do like the over 2.5 rounds. I think it goes over. I don't see Ricci getting the submission. I don't see her getting a takedown over and over. God damn it! This cough is really bothering me, guys. I apologize for that. Let me drink some water. I think Ricci goes out there and gets the job done. Probably like a close decision. I don't really think her striking is that clean. If Tecia Torres goes out, Tecia Pennington looks anything like she did in that Mackenzie Dern fight, I think she beats her easy 30-27. But I'm done picking fighters off layoffs. I mean, we picked against all the fighters coming back after a layoff UFC 300, and they all got the job done. Then I picked Figlak on that Fight Night card, UFC Vegas 891. And he goes out there, has a really close fight with Austin Harbor. Even though I think Figlak went out there, got the job done, still really close fight. So it's probably gonna take Tecia Pennington some time to get into the fight. I think Ricci is gonna be she's so younger, so I like her. I think she's gonna make more improvements right now. I'm gonna go Ricci by decision. I don't really like either one of these girls for for a betting standpoint. What's the lines on this one? Lines for this one is plus 110 for Tecia Pennington, minus 130 for Ricci. I like the over 2.5 a ton. I think this goes the distance either way. I'm gonna put that in a parlay over 2.5 rounds. Ricci by decision plus 100, Pennington by decision plus 175. I think it's gonna be a really close fight. I definitely see this going the distance. I don't see a finish happening here. I guess up next we got Billy Goff taking on Trey Waters. No, I was leaning towards Billy Goff earlier. I was like, he's got clean boxing. He does have clean boxing, and he's an absolute junkyard dog. I am gonna pick Trey Waters though. The more I look into this fight, I think the range, the better striking from the outside, the reach advantage. I mean, fought the much better competition. Trey Waters, I mean, win over Yusaku Kinosita. I mean, I don't really hold any stock in that win over. He wasn't looking great out there in the early goings. Eventually found that body shot and crippled Kinosita, who I think has durability issues. Not really UFC level fighter in my opinion. I'm gonna go Trey Waters. I think Trey Waters goes out there, get the job done. I'm gonna stay away from betting on this one. I don't really feel too good about Trey Waters. I mean, if this was this was an Apex, I would pick Billy Goff. I think Billy Goff would have a better chance at catching him in the small octagon. But I think Trey Waters is gonna have a lot of real estate to move in the big octagon out there. Stay moving. I don't think he's gonna stay one place in the whole. I don't think he's gonna be a stationary target for Billy Goff to land those body shots over and over and fight in the pocket. I'm gonna go Trey Waters by decision. I don't see him finishing Billy Goff. I mean, can he go out there finish him? I mean, maybe, but I don't think he's gonna finish Billy Goff. Billy Goff is really tough and durable. I think Trey Waters is gonna get this done, man. I'm like medium confident that he goes out there and gets it done. not enough confidence to go put money on him yet, because this is gonna be a tough test for him here. He did fight Josh Quinlan, who's okay. I mean, Josh Quinlan was spamming that left hook over and over, wasn't really doing much, and couldn't get the takedowns on Trey Waters. And I think Goff is gonna need to wrestle here to get him down, and then staying on the feet with this guy who's got way better, who's gonna be much quicker, way better striking, way more versatile on the feet. What's the line on this one? Let's see the line. Billy Goff. Minus 154 for Trey Waters, plus 130 for Billy Goff. Give me Trey Waters. I think he goes out there, gets the job done. Over 2.5 rounds, plus 135. Trey Waters by decision, plus 475. I might sprinkle that. Maybe like Trey Waters by TKO or decision. I mean, he was attacking submissions on a Gilbert Bonfim off his back, so he might look for a submission here, but I don't think he's going to look for maybe club and sub, but I don't think that's really his game. Trey Waters by TKO, plus 135. I mean, people really think he's going to go out there and get the knockout. Maybe the money line. I think the money line's not terrible for Trey Waters. I'm worried though. Billy Goff is absolute junkyard dog, so I don't normally bet against junkyard dogs. I'm not really forcing bets anymore. I used to do that. I used to just I think this guy's gonna win. Let me go put money on him. I don't really do that anymore. It's been going well for us. Not forcing bets anymore. If I don't have the best read on the fight, I just stay away at this point. Give me Trey Waters. I think Trey Waters goes out to get the job done. Plus minus 154, not bad for a straight money in play. I'm probably gonna stay away though. Up next we got Charles Johnson taking on Jake Hadley. I've been picking Charles Johnson. I think he goes out there, gets the job done. I think he loses the first round, gets taken down early, keeps it standing, defends more takedowns in the second round, lands more output in the second round. But it's tough trusting Charles Johnson. But as an underdog, I don't hate it. I think he can get the job done any given day as an underdog. So now he was out there fighting for his job in the Ajad Maxum fight. I did bet on Ajad Maxum. Even though Maxum dropped him a couple of times, but Charles Johnson is so tough, man. He's got that absolute dog in him. So he's gonna go out there, fight for money. I think Johnson goes out there, gets the job done. I've been underwhelmed by Jake Hadley. Still a young guy, so maybe he can make some improvements. Maybe he can offensively wrestle here for 2 out of 3 rounds, win by 28-28 decision, maybe look for a submission. I don't see him finishing Charles Johnson. I think Johnson can defend majority of the takedowns. His takedown defense is not horrible. I mean, he has been taken down by some guys in the UFC recently. But he can wrestle too offensively. We've seen his last fight. He was taking on Maxim, offensively wrestling, looking for submission, looking for a mount. So give me Charles Johnson as an underdog. I think Charles Johnson goes out there, gets the job done. Johnson plus 160. Plus one. I thought it was plus 160. I was like, I'm gonna go bet on him right now. I think Johnson is one of the better underdogs. Johnson by decision, plus 200. I'll definitely sprinkle Johnson by decision. I like that a ton, man. Plus 200 for Charles Johnson by decision. Moneyline is not terrible either. Plus 140. Decision. I don't think he's finishing Jake Hadley. Jake Hadley has been subbed before by Nascimento, but I don't think Johnson's really got submission skills like that. He did have the submission attempt on Maxum though, so he can definitely look for a submission. I think it goes a distance. I think Johnson can steal a close decision. Give me Johnson by decision. Up next we got Kevin Jesset taking on Jared Gooden. I'm really confident Kevin Jesset here, man. I think I've been trying to fade this guy in the UFC, and he's been proving me wrong over and over. This guy's really good, man. He's really slick on the outside. Like, this guy's got really slick striking, really good. He mixes his target to all areas. He'll land some nice leg kicks, throw some body kicks, heap kicks, like head kicks. He can do it all, man. This guy can do it all. Clean striking, nice speed. He does take some shots sometimes. He'll hang in the pocket for too long. I think it's going to be too slick for Jared Gooden. Jared Gooden went out there, got the job done in Wellington Terman. Wellington Terman is not really UFC level in my opinion. I don't know why they're still keeping Wellington Terman around in UFC recently. They keep him around for some reason. Give me Kevin Jesset. I think Kevin Jesset goes out there, makes us look easy. 30-27. Kevin Jesset. He might get rocked in some at times in this fight because Gooden's got that fight-ending power. I don't think he's gonna be able to deal with the speed and the versatility on the feet from Kevin Jesset. I think Kevin Jesset's gonna be way too slick for him. He's also gonna be longer, Doesn't have the reach advantage. Gooden actually has the reach advantage here. So can Gooden get a takedown on him? I mean, maybe, but Kevin just said has night jiu-jitsu, so I don't see that happening. I think Kevin just said goes out there, gets the job done. Decision. I don't see him finishing Gooden. Gooden's really tough. Yeah, plus minus 214 for just said over 1.5 rounds. Minus 220. I like the over 1.5 rounds. I really like the over 1.5. I think it goes over 1.5 rounds, to be honest. I'm shocked that it's actually set at 1.5 rounds. Just said by decision. Plus 220. I like the over 1.5 rounds as a parlay piece. Maybe if fight starts round 2. I'm even more confident that fight starts round 2. But I like the over 1.5. I think it goes over 1.5 rounds, to be honest. Just said not a bad parlay piece. I think it's a good parlay piece here. Up next, we got JZ Aldrich taking on Veronica Hardy. I've been picking JZ Aldrich. I'm going to stick with the JZ Aldrich. Not sure if I'll bet on him. Bet on her, I mean. I've been staying away from some of these lower level fights, so because these fights are 50-50, you never know what's gonna happen. You're basically just guessing at this point. But JJ Aldrich fought the way better competitions. He was clearly beating Aaron Blanchfield on the feed before he got caught in that guillotine choke. And I had money on Aaron Blanchfield, and I was happy that she went out there, got the submission, because I had her by submission, had her money line. But JJ Aldrich was looking really good out there, man. She can make some mistakes, but I don't think Veronica Hardy has crazy jiu-jitsu game where she's gonna finish her. I think she can keep a pace on her, and she's got better cardio. I like her cardio. I like her takedown defense here. Her takedown defense is pretty solid, 66% takedown defense. She's fought the way better competition. Her only 2 losses recently in her last 5 fights were Ariane Lipski, where she just got outstruck on the feet, couldn't get a takedown on Lipski, who's pretty physically strong. And Blanchfield, a fight that she was winning clearly before she got caught in that guillotine choke later in that fight. So I'm gonna go JJ Aldrich. I think JJ Aldrich can make something happen here. So I'm not really that high on Veronica Hardy. So she won the fight over Jamie Lynn Hort, but Jamie Lynn Hort's kind of overrated, I feel like. So that's gonna be their pick. JJ Aldrich by decision is gonna be the pick. JJ Aldrich, what's the line on JJ Aldrich? Plus 118 for JJ Aldrich. JJ by decision, plus 175. I might sprinkle like a quarter in JJ Aldrich by decision. I think she's not a bad play by decision. I think she can win this fight more often than not. So people have been really high on Veronica Hardy. She's been looking good out there after that layoff. She went out there, beat Juliana Miller, who's not UFC level. I don't know if she ever made it to the UFC. Then she went out there, beat Jamie Lynn Hort, who's kind of overrated, I feel like. I think this is going to be a good fight for JJ. I think she's going to prove a lot of people wrong here. Give me JJ Aldrich. I think it goes over 2.5 rounds. Let's make a parlay now, guys. So those are my picks. Let's go with my picks. So first fight on the card is going to be JJ Aldrich by decision. Kevin just said by decision or late TKO maybe, but I think decision. Johnson by decision. Trey Waters by maybe decision. I mean Tabatha Ricci by decision. Terrance McKinney by first round finish. Borshchev by first round finish. First round TKO. Despaigne by first round TKO, Woodson by decision, Rębecki by second round TKO, Ulberg by like a late TKO or late decision, Ruziboev by first round, second round TKO maybe, Derrick Lewis by TKO. So those are my picks, guys. Now let's talk about a parlay that I like. The parlay that I might end up doing right now. I'm thinking about this one. I've been thinking about this one. Rębecki, over 2.5 rounds in this one. And then the over 2.5 rounds in the other fight. This one. Minus 110. It's not plus money, but I think this one hits. I mean, I wish it was plus money. I would like to have plus money more, but I think it goes over. I think both these women's fights goes over 2.5 rounds. I think they both go the distance. And I mean, let's do another. Let's do like a. But I like this parlay. I'm gonna play this parlay. And I'm gonna play at McKinney by first round finish. Just the props are not out right now. Let's do a. I like Rębecki as a parlay piece a lot. He's one of my most confident parlay pieces on this card. Borshchev and Rębecki, plus 106, not bad. Cortes-Acosta, Borshchev, Despaigne. I mean Borshchev and Rębecki plus 206. I like that parlay too. Might play that one. Might play like 2 parlays on this card. I don't really feel too good about parlays on this card, to be honest with you guys. Maybe this turns out to be a really good parlay piece card. I'm gonna pick my spots carefully, but those are the updated picks, guys. Make sure you guys drop a like on this video and become a member if you guys want to support the channel. If you guys want to make money on the channel, we've been making money recently, so 12% ROI this year, man. We've been doing really solid this year. If you guys watch my content all the time, you guys know I do my research. We do pretty good. Recently this year we've been on a run right now, so make sure you guys drop a like on this video, man. Subscribe to the channel. We're working our way to 1,500 subscribers, and I'm not really feeling too good right now. Hopefully I feel better tonight so I can go live tonight. But yeah, I wanted to make an updated picks video, so here we are, guys. So I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Hopefully I can go live. I feel better soon. But yeah, this cough's really been bothering me for some reason. It's really annoying. It's really annoying, you know. So hopefully I feel better soon. So appreciate you guys watching this content, man, and I'll see you guys in the next one, guys. Take it easy. Good luck on all your bets, and later, guys. Take it easy. Bye.